is one of my favorite skins. This is one of my favorites. Now let's see things. Don't lie to us, Pips. We may not be smart, but we're smarter than that. We know where you're looking. No, you don't. No, you don't. No wonder we have so many incels. You're an incel, Momo. Joke's on you. I'm voluntarily celibate. No sex before marriage, chat. You might end up with a child. Ruin your life. You need a night tracker, Pippa. No, I don't. I don't do anything. Literally all my siblings ended up with children or just out of school, and I'm the only childish one. Yeah, that's what fucking happens, chat. Condoms are a myth, chat. Condoms are a fucking myth, alright? Because if there's even a 1% chance, that's still a 1% chance your life is gonna be set incredibly off course. Might even be ruined. Your life might just be fucking ruined. If you're a woman, you have to suffer for 9 months. And then have a distraction you were not ready for. You know from experience. Yeah, from watching family members. From watching family members do that shit. It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. You wanna be fucking 16 and pregnant? TV show? Yeah? No sex before marriage, chat. Sir, I like thinking about that. You can also get diseases and shit. I don't understand why it would ever be worth risking everything, chat. You are risking yourself. This is gonna sound cringe. I'm gonna sound like a fucking lunatic. But you're risking your life every time you have sex. I'm serious. I'm being serious. You're risking getting AIDS when you have sex, chat. You're risking that. HIV, pregnancy. If you're a man, you're risking getting somebody else pregnant. Not shut up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're a man, every time you have sex, you are risking a debuff stack. Because every time you have sex, you might not know until like 9 months later. You might not know until 5 years later when a woman shows up at your door demanding child support. You are stacking debuffs, chat. And it's like a certain percent chance to proc, but you're still stacking them. It's a roll of the dice every single time. Worth it? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah, minus 50% income every single time. A pickled cucumber thing, dealers. When in doubt, pull out. That doesn't work, though. That doesn't always work. Yeah, but we don't all live in the South. It's over everywhere in America. Yes, it works. I have heard so many stories about it not working, chat. I've heard so many stories. If I did the research, she knows pulling out doesn't work. I was taught about this in school, chat. Do the research, chat. Do the research, chat. Sex before marriage is not worth it. My older brother is literally the biggest salute of my siblings. Has 3 marriages, 4 biological children, and 2 stepchildren. I mean, the stepchildren aren't really his fault. Hey, pounding here. $2. Every woman is trying to bait you. Don't trust them. They are. They're trying to entrap you. I've known women that do this, chat. They do it to trap. They want a baby, and they want like a specific guy or whatever, and they'll be batshit crazy. And what they do is they have sex with the person, right? And they like poke holes in the condom, unironically, chat. Unironically, or they take like the condom out of the trash bin and use it to inseminate themselves, chat. They're crazy. They'll ruin your life. Best fantasy for lawyers. If you ain't joking, holy based. I'm not joking. It sounds funny, right? It sounds funny because like you see like the crazy people be like, oh well, sex before marriage, you're summoning the devil into your life. But like unironically, you are risking ruining your life. It's not a religious thing, chat. It's not like you don't have to be Christian or Catholic or whatever the fuck, chat. You have common sense and understand it is not worth ruining your life to have sex. Having children is not the end of the world. It is when you're young and not ready! If you are not prepared to have a child, you're gonna ruin your fucking life. You're gonna drastically throw your life off course. Your job opportunities gone. College gone. Although I don't advocate for college. I think college is cringe. But your plans to travel gone. Your plans to buy your dream car gone. Hobbies gone. You're so fucked. You're so fucked. Male, female, does not matter. And I'm eating for $5. Women bad, rabbit good. Okay, thank you. No, women not bad. Everyone bad. Everyone bad. If you want to gamble, if you want to gamble your life, go for it. But don't get trapped. It's not worth it. Anti-canon thing for $5. Just fall in love with a wonderful person you should spend your life, or you would spend your life with. It's just that simple. In short, have sex, but with one person. That's all you're thinking. It doesn't fall into clip arts. Who will inherit your anime figures? Does your bloodline finish here? Just because you don't have sex before marriage does not mean you cannot eventually get married and have a child. The problem is putting an emphasis, putting a focus on sexual relations, chat. You should wait until you get married and you're ready to make that commitment and you have a child. I'm glad. Thank you for the $10. So never trust women, guys. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying children are bad. I'm not saying women are bad. I'm not saying having children are bad. I'm saying no sex before marriage because that's bad. But see, here's like a a thing, right? You can't have the children to run your business if you don't have the business, right? And if you have children before you establish a business, before you develop the skills and knowledge needed to start your own business, you're just ruining your chances. Because now all that money that you would invest into your business is going into your child. Nah, it's cope. It's not cope. It's science. It's literally science. Okay, thank but we have biological imperative to pass on our genes and watch VTubers. So you're gonna ruin your life going out having sex with a bunch of people to have as many children as possible, and then you're gonna have to pay a bunch of child support, and you're gonna live with the fact knowing that you're gonna be an absentee father if you want to actually pursue your life? Yes, you're an idiot. A pickled cucumber thing, July. What about sloppy toppy? Is that bad? I don't know what the fuck that means. Is that blowjob? Blowjob? I think you're still risking like AIDS and stuff, right? Because if their saliva gets into like a cut or whatever, right? If they like bite your dick or whatever, that sounds cringe, but like you're still risking disease. Only was another guy. No, women can have AIDS and stuff too. Why risk it? Why risk it? No, you could catch goodies. No, you could catch AIDS! Alvin, the thing with the 27 sex is getting married has no impact on being ready. No, but there is a stronger correlation. You can fucking nitpick everything I say, and you can be like, oh, but no, but technically, this, blah, 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 blah. If you're not married to the person, you shouldn't be having children with them. Because if you're not willing to make the commitment to get married to them, then why the fuck are you making the commitment to spend the rest of your life raising a child with them? Okay? If you go into marriage with the mindset that it's only for as long as it takes for your children to grow up, right? I think it's unironically better you just don't marry the person, right? Even if you already had a child. Because basically what you're doing is entering a loveless marriage that is going to teach your child such a bad mindset. You're gonna potentially resent the child. The child's gonna feel that their parents don't. They're gonna know. Children aren't stupid. They're gonna notice their parents don't love them. Don't love each other. And it's just gonna end up with a fucked up mentality for the child. It's better that their parents marry somebody else and they can enter one of those families, right? It still sucks for the kid, but it's better than having two parents that don't love each other and are probably fighting and shit. Then, yeah. What did I come into? We're arguing about sex before marriage. If somebody has a child before marriage, right? Or if somebody's a single parent, I don't think that devalues them. It does? I don't think so. I don't think so. It does to men? Well, I think it makes the individual's life a lot fucking harder. It is unnecessary. Counter that thing, Fredlers. The chat has too many loose 25s and others who grew up hypersexualized and unsupervised. They literally can't comprehend what you're telling them. It really fucking feels like it, man. It really fucking feels like it. I think it's bullshit movies, television shows, movies like The 40-Year-Old Virgin and shit, or basically American Pie. I enjoyed American Pie and stuff, right? But like these movies where it's like, oh, you need to lose your virginity ASAP. You need have sex, go out, have sex, spread disease. Stupid. Mr. Squiggles, thank you for the $5 tip. That's a myth. Babies actually come from the stalks. You can just shoot the birds down if you don't want one. Ah, okay. But I'm talking as a human being. I don't think you lose value as a human being because you're a single parent. You're not a lesser person over that. I would say that's the one good thing about morality laws, right? I feel like I'm against censorship, right? I am against the government telling you how you're allowed to live your life. If you're not harming anybody else, then it shouldn't be against the law, right? That is how I feel. I am for individual freedom. But the one good thing that I can say about morality laws is that at least it does discourage these bad mindsets. You know? I'm not raising someone else's child. I mean, if you don't want to do that, nobody can force you, right? In my opinion, I think it's a stupid mindset. I think that's a stupid mindset, right? I don't want to raise somebody else's child. I think it's a dumb mindset, right? Because I think in general, it takes a village to raise a child. And I'm not saying that like you should go out and fucking financially support literally every single child in your city or whatever, right? But like I feel like it stems from a bad mindset. It stems from a bad mindset that you're like, oh, well, that's not my child. That's somebody else's child. Well, if you consider that other person to be your family, right? If you fall in love with somebody and they already had a child or whatever, then it shouldn't matter if it's somebody else's child because it's a child of your loved one. It shouldn't matter if you view it as your child or not. Red remover thing, Predlors. That's being the village fool. I think that's cringe. I think that's a cringe thing to say. I think that's a very antisocial thing to say. I believe in community. Oh my god, Pippa is female. Arclight thing with $10. Only a village fool looks after the village bike. I don't understand the mindset. First of all, it's a stupid, silly sounding statement. If somebody has had a lot of sex, right, with various partners, I don't think that's a good thing. Personally, I don't think that's a good thing. But I don't think it's a bad thing either for somebody to get with them and to support them and the children that they now have together, whether they are from a previous relationship or whatever. That is literally the best outcome. That's the good outcome. What do you want them to do? Continue being the village bicycle? You fucking idiot! That's the good outcome. Baggage is baggage. Everybody has baggage. I feel like people are defaulting to like these cringe ass fucking a lock that can be opened by any key is not as valuable as a key that can open any lock, right? Like these are fucking catchphrases. These are catchphrases from fucking TikTok gurus and shit, okay? They don't actually mean anything. They don't mean anything. This is why Andrew Tate is cringe. Andrew Tate is not cringe because he has traditional values or whatever. Andrew Tate is cringe because he doesn't have traditional values. He has a one-sided mindset that devalues women as fellow human beings, and it's cringe for anybody to do that to any other human being, right? Whether it's a man is devalued when he has sex with a bunch of women, right? If it was the same thing, right? If it was that, if it was the script but flipped, it would still be cringe. I'm not saying you motherfuckers are like, well, Pippa said you shouldn't have sex before marriage. Well, but actually, I don't believe in marriage as a construct. I follow this very specific religion, and actually, well, I couldn't even get married if I wanted to because I'm gay, right? And I live in a country that doesn't have gay marriage, but I want to have a child, so I need to have sex with somebody that I can have a child with, but Pippa's saying, shut the fuck up! What if? Listen to what I'm saying instead of saying what if! Bingo, bingo, tingo, bingo, tingo, don't be sluts, Chad, and yes, slut is gender neutral. I agree. And I don't think you're a bad human being if you are one. I just think you shouldn't do it, alright? I don't think sleeping around makes you a bad person or makes you less of a human being. I just don't think you should fucking do it. Just like how I don't think people should buy the new fucking Borderlands games. Alright? You're not a bad person. You're just stupid. What do you think, Dolores? Coon brain seething. They are! Jesus Christ. I disagree with what a lot of fucking chat is saying, right? But it's not immature to have a different viewpoint. It's just having different viewpoints and lived experiences. Next thing is $5. I think people have way too much sex and don't try to have serious relationships. Also, why people cheat so much. I agree with that. I think there seems to be... Again, this is gonna sound like cringe-ass fucking preacher, but like, I feel like one of the problems with society is people, instead of... I feel like there is a pursuit of sex and pleasure rather than a pursuit of fulfillment. Rather than looking for a fulfilling relationship, rather than living a fulfilling life, there is a desire to have a bunch of sex, to get drunk and party. And these things aren't necessarily bad. They can have bad outcomes, and I think with everything moderation is key. But with the sex stuff, I don't just straight up, I don't think you should have sex before marriage. I don't think there is no I don't think there is moderation there, right? I don't think there is moderating having sex before marriage. I just think it's a life-ruining gotcha. So don't risk it. Potentially life-ruining. And again, having a child is not life-ruining, but having a child with a stranger can be life-ruining. Okay? Make that clear. Having a child is not bad. Children are not bad. Having a child with somebody you don't fucking know who can potentially ring you through the court system, drain every penny from you, and then keep you from even seeing that child is life-ruining. There's a million possibilities there. Like, that's one example, but there's a million different routes that can go. I don't know. I don't think people arguing with me are immature or anything. Right? If you want to argue your point. And I think it's fair to not understand what I'm saying. And even if you do understand, there's a chance that I'm just a fucking idiot and what I'm saying doesn't make sense. And I want to be clear, chat. I want to be clear. I'm not saying chasing pleasure. Oh, that's cringe. Again, I want to be clear. I play gacha games. That is so stupid. A smart person would not play gacha games and have 10 cans of Coca-Cola on their desk, all right? I'm not a perfect person, and I'm not saying how dare you people not live up to my standards, because I don't live up to my standards. I think it's just an ideal. I think for those in truth, no one is ever really ready for kids. Okay, there's being in a marriage with somebody where you're not ready for children, but it happens, and then there's being woefully unprepared. And again, I like to make it clear, I do think it's fair to not want to enter a relationship with somebody that already has children, right? I'm just saying, I don't think it devalues them as a person. If you don't want to invest in somebody that already has, let's be real here, a high financial entry barrier, it makes sense, right? If you want to live your life a certain way, and you cannot afford to live your life a certain way by entering a relationship with somebody where you're gonna have an extra mouth to feed that you don't know, whatever, it makes sense. It does make sense. It's not a bad thing. I just think being like, okay, well, I just don't want to take care of this child because it's not mine. I think that's cringe. You could be the dad that stepped up. You could be the father, right? You might not be the biological dad, but you could be the father. Oh wait, no, I think I flipped that. Okay. You might not be the biological father, but you could be the dad. Yeah, you could be the dad that stepped up. You could be the person that instated a legacy going forward for being a patriarch, right? For being somebody that took care of things. Douglas McCarthy thing for those, as long as she didn't cheat with Gucci, to be honest. Cheaters go in the bin. That is something that I do think devalues you as a human being. If you cheat on somebody, you are devalued as a human being. Because that was not something that would ever... There's no reasonable explanation ever for cheating. The only, like, possible out there justification that I could think of for cheating is if you're in, like, an abusive relationship and you're trying to get out or whatever, and you have, like, a different partner that you are actively trying to pursue, and you're being, like, held back by your current partner. Like, you're trying to leave. You are not committing to your relationship, and you're trying to leave. Like, I think that is, like, such a specific example, but the user is more trash anyways. Yeah, so, but if you're like, oh yeah, no, I just got lonely. Well, what the fuck do you mean you just got lonely? What the fuck do you mean I just got achievement on fire? What? On fire? What's on fire? There's so many new ducks! Oh my god.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.